Okay, so today we're going to talk about arithmetic sequences. Okay? A sequence is a list of numbers in math, but an arithmetic sequence is a sequence in which the difference between each term and the preceding term is always constant. Okay, so let's look at some specific examples. Okay, so here's a sequence. We have -3, -1, 1, 3, 5, and 7, and so on. Okay, and we're asking, is this sequence arithmetic? Okay, so the way to figure this out is you take any term, okay, and the difference between that term and the preceding term has to always be the same, okay, for an arithmetic sequence. So let's take -1, for example, okay, and then I'm going to take the difference between -1 and its preceding term, which is -3, okay? So I'm going to say -1 minus -3, okay? So that's just -1 plus 3, so that's 2, okay? And this difference has to be the same for any two neighboring terms in the sequence for it to be an arithmetic sequence, okay? So let's take another term, for example, 1, okay? And I'm going to take the difference between that and its preceding term, which is -1. So I'm going to go -1 minus -1. So it's going to be 1 plus 1, okay? 1 plus 1. So that's also 2, okay? That's the same as the other difference that we took, okay? So that's good. So I'm going to look at another one, okay? So I'm going to say 3, okay? And its preceding term is 1, so I'm going to take the difference between these two terms. So 3 minus 1, and that's also equal to 2. Okay, so as you can see, the difference between any neighboring terms is always 2. Okay, so we can conclude that yes, okay, this is an arithmetic sequence. Okay, we have another example. We have this sequence 22.5, 20, 17.5, 15, 13.5, and 11, and so on. Okay, so we're going to figure out if this sequence is an arithmetic sequence. So again, we're going to take any term, okay, and then the difference between that term and its preceding term has to be the same, okay, always. So let's take 20, okay, and I'm going to go 20 minus its preceding term, so it's 22.5, okay. So 20 minus 22.5, that's -2.5, okay? So that's a difference, okay? So let's take the next term, which is 17.5, okay? And its preceding term, it's 20. So 17.5 minus 20, and that's equal to -2.5. So that's good. Okay, so let's take the next term, which is 15. And its preceding term is 17.5. So we're going to go 15 minus 17.5. Okay, and that's also -2.5. Okay, so as you can see, the difference between any two neighboring terms is always -2.5. So we can conclude that yes, this is an arithmetic sequence. Okay, here's the next example. We have -8, 5, -3, 1, 0, -5, and so on. Okay, so let's figure out if this is an arithmetic sequence. All right, so again, like we did before, we take any term and we take the difference between that term and its preceding term. Okay, so I'm going to take number 5. Now I'm going to take 5. Okay, and I'm going to go 5 minus -8. Okay, so that difference is 5 plus 8. Okay, so that's 13, like that, right? Okay, 13. Okay, I'm going to take the next term, which is -3. Okay, minus, so its preceding term is 5. So -3 minus 5. So that's -8. now I can stop right here, okay? Because the previous difference was 13, whereas this difference is -8. So we don't have the same difference between neighboring terms, okay? But just to be sure, let's just take another term, 1, okay? And its neighboring term is -3, so 1 minus -3, okay? And that's 1 plus 3, okay? So it's 4, okay? So as you can see, we have differences that are all different, okay? So we can conclude that no, this is not an arithmetic sequence. So that's what an arithmetic sequence is in a nutshell. If you like this video, please be sure to subscribe to my channel by clicking on the subscribe button on the channel page. Thank you for watching.